Are you looking to take full advantage of the updated systems and career opportunities in Flight Simulator 2024, or are you just hunting down some vintage wings for a weekend joyride? Today we're breaking down a massive marketplace update packed with variety. From modern workhorse regional turboprops to massive specialized 747 variants and gorgeous vintage flying boats. There is a lot to sift through. We'll also be looking at the advanced Technam Commuter from Aerosachs, which is showing off some incredible engine simulation logic. To make it easier to navigate to the video, I created 3 groups: the vintage and historic legends, the regional and commuter workhorses, and then the heavy giants. Let's jump into the first group, the vintage and historic legends. This aircraft, depending on if you already bought it in Flight Simulator 2020 or not, is now available in Flight Simulator 2024. It has been updated as part of that AAU number 4, right? The Aircraft and Aviation Update number 4. It's the Latquare 631, which has been created by Microsoft and Blue Mesh. It's an all-metal, high-wing, 6-engine flying boat designed and manufactured by the France Latquare. It's a great source of French national pride. Its initial development was hindered due to World War II, but of course there was, I would say, some luck, and they preserved an ultimate build of 11 models, including 1 prototype. The aircraft took the sky in November 4th, 1942, and then eventually, due to the German occupation, their finally debuted commercially was in 1945. It's a flying boat, so you can also land on the water. It's super cool. If we look at the details, we can see some more details about it. The aircraft measurements, but also some things like the engines, right? But the engines can also be seen here. It's the Wright Cyclone GR2600A5B. And those are the engine types. It has 6 engines in total, 75,000 kilograms, a wingspan of more than 57 meters, and then a cruise speed between 250 and 280 kilometers per hour. And the range is 5,000 kilometers, so it's also pretty interesting. You can use it in world photographer and free flight mode, not in career mode yet. And these are some screenshots. And these screenshots are simply amazing. Also, for those who didn't try it out, there's a towboat included, which tows the airplane, and you can also park it in a kind of a dock. So really nice that they have now optimized this for Flight Simulator 2024. Here you can see the cockpit, very detailed, a lot of instruments, but this is really a legacy, a historic legend, as we are in the historic legend group. And this is the last one. If we look at the bottom, we can see the liveries because it comes with multiple liveries. If you love to fly in legendary aircrafts, then this is something which you definitely should have a look at. The next one is the Savoy Marchetti S55, created by Microsoft and Mike Johnson. This aircraft is a twin-engine flying boat produced by the Italian aviation manufacturer Savoy Marchetti of Milan. The S55 took its maiden flight in August 1924 and entered service in 1926. Was flown by both military and civilian users. So as you can see, there's no list of where you can use it in, but in free flight mode it will always work. So scrolling to these screenshots, let's have a look at this. And this is also a legendary aircraft, right? A historical one with the Italian flag on the tail. You can see a person's head outside of the cockpit. Also all kind of legacy instruments. So for those who love flying in older aircrafts, this is something which you might consider. Look at the tail and at the, I would say, top right there, 2 rotors. The co-pilot. So this is also a special one. Like the Latquare, which we discussed previously, this one is also a special aircraft, which is now available in the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2024. It comes with 3 liveries, as you can see. So have a look at it and then decide wisely. The next one is the Antonov AN2, which has been created by Microsoft and AT Simulations. This has now been ported to Flight Simulator 2024. It's a single-engine biplane introduced by the Soviet Union in 1947 to fulfill a number of aviation needs for agriculture, forestry, and general utility applications. It's produced until 2001, which is a really long time. Over 18,000 of these aircrafts took the skies. As you can see, the aircraft can be used in, I would say, a lot of modes. It's also compatible with some other missions in Flight Simulator 2024. And if we scroll down, we can see the aircraft itself. It comes in multiple variants, the skis, the normal version, as you can see. It also comes with the skydivers. So a lot of options for this Antonov AN2. Here also the liveries are looking super cool. This is the cargo version and of course the passenger version, which is also included. And these were all the pictures and these are the liveries, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liveries, 7, 8, well, a lot of liveries. As you can see, more than 10 liveries are included. So also a really nice one, which is now available in the marketplace. The last one in this group is the Constellation by Redwing. This aircraft is also a special one. The L1049. It was the first aircraft to cross the Atlantic in one go. An advanced comfort and technology, including a former ILS or a live engine analyzer, as well as a majestic fuselage, earned its letters and nobility. Nickname was the Connie or Queen of the Skies many years before the 747. Right after that, of course, the 747 was it. If we look at the details, it's the 4K textures, fully functional 3D cockpit, AI pilot, co-pilot, flight engineering, including auto takeoff and auto landing, fogging and mist, oxygen management, 3D animated passenger cabin, detailed ground services, damage system including engine fire, belly landing or water ditching, really cool, and failure system gear, tire, and the visual damage on structure. Besides that, there's of course some nice sounds, the WI's realistic right engines, and the VFX smoke engine. Next update will add liveries, because this one only has, say, maybe 1 or 2 liveries, but the next update will contain more. You can use the in-world photographer mode and free flight mode. Some details about the aircraft. The right are 3350 972 TC18DA1 duplex Cyclone engines, more than 5,000 miles range, maximum weight 120,000 lb, and the maximum altitude was 25,700 feet. If we look at the screenshots, we can see that it looks very nice. Also, you can see the engine fire. You can see the pilot. Also, there looks like to be some kind of instrument which allows you to check the aircraft. And these were the screenshots. And on the bottom, there are the liveries. But more liveries will be available according to the, release notes. So, really nice. The Saab 340. This is the first one in the second group. The regional and commuter workhorses. This one, the Saab 340, was already available for people who bought the most expensive version of Flight Simulator, or at least not the most expensive, but likely the one below. I also recorded a lot of videos about the 340B+, so have a look at my channel because you will find, I would say, videos how to get started with this one. This aircraft is a twin turboprop commercial airplane manufactured by the Swedish company Saab. The B+ is an advanced iteration of the Saab 340. And the development began around 1970s. The 340B can be configured for regional passenger service or for freighter applications. And we scroll down, we can see some more details. You can use it in career, world photographer, and free flight mode. And if we scroll further down, we can even see some pictures. It comes with multiple liveries. It also has a nice cockpit with a lot of instruments which are all working. There are some things which are not working, but that's more the really advanced systems. And here we can see some more details. So Sprint Air is there, and then Rex. And then the cockpit again, right? So we're at the beginning. And these are the liveries included, 5 in total. So have a look at this one, because this one is really one of my favorite aircrafts. The second one in this category is the ATR 42600 72600. Which was also available for Flight Simulator 2020, but now is available for Flight Simulator 2024, and it's one of the Expert Series aircrafts. It's a twin-engine commuter airliner by the French-Italian Aviation Consortium ATR. The high-wing turboprop, which can seat up to 50 passengers, took its first flight in March of 2010 and was introduced in service in late 2012. There are multiple versions, the 42600 and the 72600, and of course, depending, there are some differences in the aircraft. The nice thing about this one is that it comes into multiple versions in Flight Simulator 2024, so you can now, try it out yourself. It has a Pratt & Whitney 127M engine, range 1326 kilometers for the 4.2 and 1185 for the 7.2. So keep in mind, there's a difference. Both of them have a maximum altitude of 25,000 feet and the cruise speed is roughly 250 knots. So let's skip to the screenshots. These are the screenshots which are provided. And this is really a next level aircraft. If you want to challenge yourself, then give this one a try. I know you need to pay for it, but hey, if you want to have something cool, then I would say this could be something which you might want to put on your bucket list. As you can see, multiple liveries. This is the cockpit, also very detailed. And then we're back to the first picture. And on the bottom, you can see the liveries which are included. So multiple liveries are also there for you, both from airliners, but also the default ATR liveries. So choose wisely, but I would say put this one on your list. The Technam P Mentor. This aircraft has been developed by Aerosachs. It's a training-oriented aircraft add-on developed with direct input from real-world flight instructors and active P Mentor pilots. It contains a lot of things and it can be used to train, for example, your pilot operating handle, right? Your POH. It has an accurate flight model. It has flight dynamics, which are carefully developed and validated to reflect real aircraft. Fully modeled cockpit. And the cockpit is reproduced with a focus on functional accuracy. Avionics and instruments are there. It's a lot of things. And the intended use is for procedural simulation training, realistic VRR and IFR simulations. Pilots and simmers focus on accuracy, and the avian enthusiasts interested in modern trainer aircraft. It can be used in the world photographer and free flight mode. And as you can see, here are some details. 107 knots, that's the cruise speed. 950 nautical miles, that's the range. And if we look at the maximum altitude, 13,000 feet. And here are some screenshots which they provided. You can see a lot of detail, right? The livery looks cool. It comes with multiple liveries. And this is a picture of the inside of the cockpit. So also this one has a nice instrument which you can use for navigation purposes. Some closer picture of the inside. It also comes with the canopy cover and the chocks for those who are using it in Flight Simulator 2024. So also a nice aircraft, and again it comes with multiple liveries. So this was the last one in this section. Let's now jump to the heavy giants. The next one is the Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner. For those who are having more expensive version of Flight Simulator already, you already have this aircraft. It's a twin-engine wide-body jet airline developed and produced by the American aviation manufacturer Boeing. The base model of the 787 Dreamliner family, took its maiden flight in December 15, 2009 and entered commercial service on this 26th of October 2011. It was a clean sheet initiative where Boeing engineers designed the aircraft from scratch. Dreamliner is one of the best performing, most technologically advanced airliners flying today. You can use it in career, world photographer and free flight mode. And if we, say, open the details, we can see some more details. Unfortunately, there is no, I would say, technical details because they're hidden inside this. I would really love that they would kind of enforce that you apply it as a developer, because now it's a little bit, well, hit and guess to see which aircrafts do have it and not. Here's some screenshots with the KLM livery. And you can see that this is one of the liveries. This is the outside of the cockpit, or of the aircraft, sorry. And it comes also with covers. It comes also with other liveries. This is the cockpit itself. And another picture of the cockpit. And that's it. They didn't provide too much pictures and also not too much about the liveries. But there are more liveries included, if I'm correct. So if you love to fly a larger aircraft, then consider this one. Continuing with Boeing, the 747-400 LCF Dreamlifter. It's a 4-engine specialized high-volume cargo aircraft developed by Boeing. And Boeing created the LCF, which stands for Large Cargo Freighter, to transport components of their 787 Dreamliner, which we discussed earlier, by air for final assembly. In total, 4 were produced, so not a lot. And it was, I would say, built by reconfiguring the pre-existing passenger-carrying 747-400 airframes. Made in flight the 9th of September 2006 and entered service in 2007. It operates exclusively for Boeing and flies among the company's main production hubs in North America, Europe and Asia. If we scroll down, you can see you can use it in career mode, world photographer and free flight mode. And if we look a little bit further down, we can see the aircraft. Also, you can open the cockpit. That's super nice. And also a lot of wear and tear, as you can see. Some more pictures about the inside, the outside. So if you love, let's say, transporting really big things, then consider this one. You can see you can also open the tail. So it's a really special aircraft, now available in the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2024. The Boeing 747-400 Global Super Tanker. It's a retired super heavy aerial firefighter aircraft. It's one of only 3 aerial tankers based on the Boeing 747 and the only one based on the 747-400. It was converted from firefighting use in 2014 and entered service in 2016. The aircraft, called the Spirit of John Moore, flew missions throughout the world and was retired in 2021, so it's actually not flying anymore. You can use it in World Photographer and Free Flight mode, and for those who are having the more expensive version of Flight Simulator, you already have this aircraft. But for those who don't have the most expensive version, then you can now buy it separately, which is, I think, a nice gesture because you might not need all the aircrafts in the more expensive versions. Well, in that case, you can simply buy one of these aircrafts which was released this week, because there were a lot of aircrafts which are now available in the marketplace, which were previously only available for the more expensive version of Flight Simulator 2024. So that covers a massive lineup for the marketplace this week. If you're deep into Flight Simulator 2024 career mode, the Saab 340 ATR or the highly accurate Technam P-Mentor are going to give you some of the most procedural flying you can get right now. On the other hand, if you just want to experience the golden age of flight, taking the Constellation out for a free trial spin or flying the Latiguair 631 over the open water is an incredible change of pace. Which category is your favorite? Are you hauling massive components in the Dreamlifter or keeping it stick and rudder in the AN2? Let me know in the comments below, hit that like button, and of course don't forget to subscribe for next week's video.